Well, the moment of truth is almost upon us here. They are about to drop the puck. The Ducks are going to start with the puck after taking the opening draw. Now over to Konechny. The Flyers play it along the boards. Shot! That's gloved by Dostal. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. Lots of time left in this period. Still scoreless in this one. The Flyers win the draw and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Battle ensues for that loose puck along the boards. Ahead of steam now towards the front. Here's a short pass to Granlund. Oh, what a stop on the play. Gets all of it with the paddle.
The goaltender is very aware of where that puck is in that low slot area and defends his crease by getting out, being aggressive, and taking away any of the net.
Philadelphia's got the puck along the boards. And a great save. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Great poke check on the reach. And he takes the dish. And that carries off a stick. We got a whistle as the puck goes out of play.
Vladar's last save was outstanding. He knew exactly where that puck was going to go. That's anticipation at its finest, to be able to get to the right spot, know where that puck is coming from, and make a high-grade A save.
The Ducks will start off on the attack after winning the draw. Shuts them down.
This is just great puck control to put the puck to the corner. No second shot opportunity.
Slides it diagonally to Gauthier. Great pressure on the offensive end by Barkey. Oh, and he gets a little nasty with that collision.
And that collision is going to create puck possession. You have to separate body from puck. Coaches love these plays, right? You're not the one that's necessarily going to gain possession, but you're going to create it. Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
While the setters are jammed up, nice job by the winger to steal the puck. Quick pass to Gauthier. Anaheim's got the puck along the wall. Grabbed along the boards by Kreider. Unleashes a cannon! And makes the routine save. Drysdale stick handling in his own zone. And now he tries to get it across to Barkey. And reads the play perfectly and picks off the pass. Philadelphia's got possession at center. Anaheim's regained possession of the puck. Quick feed to Glendening. Here they come through center and into the offensive end. Oh, and it stays out as he gets a piece of it with the glove.
I love the willingness to drive north on this and beat your opponent to the space in behind, and that's exactly what he does by a great body position. Just look at his legs and the wide base to be able to get in there and get that shot off.
Vladar's got the puck, and he's going to hang on.
Dostal's found his rhythm here as we look at that last save. I mean, he has to be so on the mark right now, to position to be able to make it. His read is perfect. He's tracking well. I mean, you have to be quick and athletic to make that one.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. Still no score in this one. Paling's won the draw. Feeds it over. Changing directions, but he's right there for the pad stop. Here's a shot. Backhander in front. They score! And just like that, it's a 1-0 hockey game.
Well, they started like a freight train, just steamrolling their opponent, James. I mean, they really dictated right from the onset of this game. That tells me one thing. They were prepared coming in. I hear coaches preaching all the time, take away the eyes of the goaltender. What does that mean? It means you get yourself in front of that net, whether it's a double stack, a double screen, whatever you can do so that the goaltender can't find the puck. And he couldn't. As he drops to that butterfly, he tries to make himself as big as possible, but he can't catch up to the puck.
Anaheim's on the board. The crowd's loving it. I even think the coach is smiling on the bench, too.
That's always a good thing when you look back at your coach and they're smiling, because it doesn't happen often, James. But one thing that does get a smile is a great start, because they now know that you were ready right from puck drop, not from just a physical standpoint, but from an emotional side, too.
Sends the feed in front. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. The Flyers take possession here in the open ice. Moves the puck along the half wall. The Ducks have it now.
Dvorak's last play was impressive, James. I mean, he's falling. He's almost on 1 foot. Incredible balance, but more importantly, the awareness to know exactly where he was passing and distributing the puck.
Slides the puck to Konechny. Philadelphia's through center and now in the offensive end. Taken by Ristolainen. Turns it away. Anaheim's got a hold of the puck now. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. Shot! Denies him on the play. And now he passes it to Tippett. Oh, excellent use of the stick as he knocks that one away. Handles the puck. Here's a blast. Turns aside that blast. Quick pass across to Killorn. Great heads-up play by the defender. Scooped up along the wall by Juleson. Unable to reach that one. Oh, we'll get some tired defenders as icing is the call.
Wow, James. I mean, not everyone can elicit a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
Nearing the midway mark of the period. Anaheim's ahead 1-0. And they win the draw on their own end.
So much time in practice working on D-zone faceoffs, and this is exactly why, coming off an icing, you win it and you have the opportunity to get out and get a change.
Moves it to Killorn. From the open ice, they gain the line. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Here's a chance. Big-time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Shot! And that caroms off one of his teammates in front. Picked up along the wall by Sanheim. The Ducks scoop it up along the boards. And he's bowled over to the ice and loses the puck. Anaheim's looking to break out. Here's a shot. Oh, and an even bigger save on the slapper. Handles the bank pass from along the boards. And that puck leaves the zone. Slides it over to Glendening. The Ducks gain control of the puck against the wall. And now it's grabbed by Carlson. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Carlson. And that's picked off by Couturier. Moves it quickly over to Carlson. Along the boards, they battle for the puck back and forth. Killorn's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. Here's a short pass to Carlson. And that one's picked off. You'll need more than that to beat him. Anaheim's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. They've got the defense outnumbered. The Ducks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Slides it across. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Pushes it across to Glendening. Anaheim's got a hold of it against the wall. Feeds it on over to Granlund. Puts it on net. Gets in front of it.
Vladar's dialed in and able to redirect that puck to the corner.
Yeah, that's a bad pass, and they'll be forced to do this over again. The Ducks have it from their own end. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. Glove save, and he handles it with ease. Vladar's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck.
These are the types of games that offense love and defense hates here, James. I mean, the puck is going north-south every single time. Both teams trading chances at either end.
Here in the back half of this period, the Ducks have taken a 1-0 lead. And they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Takes the pass as he banks it off the wall. Great balance as he scoops it back up. Right on the doorstep. A chance! And makes the save.
Whether you're a player or goaltender, so much of the training is about reaction, and you can certainly tell that it has come in handy for him because he makes an incredible save just by instincts alone.
Great use of the body to knock him off the puck. Now he slides it up to Dvorak. And that's intercepted, and they'll go on the attack. Can't maintain possession. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Ristolainen. Quick pass to Dvorak. Tries to get it over to Ristolainen. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Takes a shot. Turned aside with the glove by Dostal. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. The Ducks have controlled this game here in the first period. More shots, more goals. They take possession as he locks them up off the faceoff. Sends it into the offensive zone. Philadelphia's got the puck. Icing is the call. We'll get a faceoff at the other end. Getting into the later stages of this period. Anaheim's up 1-0. And gets a little boost to come up with the puck from off the wing with both centers tied up. Michkov's got the puck through the neutral zone. Passes it over. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by McTavish.
Well, no question, this is a frustrating play for everyone. It almost feels like it's going from bad to worse. You're losing, you're trying to get something going, and instead you turn over the puck.
And that's stolen by Poehling. And a quick save on that one. Quick feed to Cates. From right out of midair, he bats it down. Fires it on net. Denied by the goaltender. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Gudas. Great heads-up play in the defensive zone. The Flyers have it now. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Shot. Oh, how do you miss from there?
Well, this is a tough miss, James. I think he might have rushed it or even panicked a little bit. Typically, he's going to put this shot on target, but instead, he misses.
The Flyers get a hold of the puck in their own end. Oh, what a stop with the paddle!
This is a really nice save, James. I mean, the shooter's in the middle of the ice. He's in the slot area, and he's got to get to the top of the crease, square to the puck, to be able to make that save. Great job.
Moves it to Gauthier. Looks to get the puck over to Viel. Fires it! Blocked in traffic. The Flyers have it now. Dumps it into the O-zone. The Ducks gain possession. Puck grab by Seneca. The Ducks looking against the half wall. In close! Oh, he couldn't put it past. What a stop by Vladar! And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team.
Remember this save, James. I mean, if they come back in this one and tie it up, it'll come back down to this one. Just the timing of this save and how impeccable it was.
Anaheim's put a lot of pucks on net, and they continue to lead late in the first. Philadelphia's got it in the defensive zone. Puck scooped up by Sanheim. The Flyers take it along the wall. The Ducks will play the puck from behind the net. And he takes the pass. And with that, the first period comes to an end. Both teams will have a chance to get a breather, and they'll be back on the ice with period number 2 in not too long. Both teams with a chance to recharge and refresh, and this second period about set to get underway. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. We've played a period here, Cheryl, and we've had an intermission to collect our thoughts. What do you make of what you've seen?
Both goaltenders playing with a ton of confidence, James, and the players are going to have to figure out how to squeak one by. I think there needs to be more net front presence. They're seeing everything tonight. It's only 1-0.
Sends it out in front, and that shot's blocked. Across the line. Here's a chance to the middle. Oh, and they couldn't complete that. Moves the puck over to Killorn. And there's the whistle icing the call. Anaheim's been rewarded for putting pucks on net here early in the second. Philadelphia's won the draw, and they'll go to work.
The pressure's on the defensive side of the puck, but they win it clean, and they have an opportunity right away with a tired group that they're playing against.
Anaheim's got the puck against the boards. Philadelphia's got control of it now from their own end. Tries to dangle, and the puck skips away.
Michkov's such a great player, James. He's got great hands and in-tight skill, but just that extra move there, it's a tricky one, and he gets lost in it.
The Flyers take it across the blue line. Picked up along the boards by Drysdale. Philadelphia's got a hold of it along the wall. Hammers a shot. Absolutely no fear to get in front of the slap shot. Dishes it to Karlsson. Taken along the wall by Michkov. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck. And he loses control here. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. That's kicked away with the pad by Dostal. And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. We got a 1-0 game to this point. The Flyers win the draw. Big-time save on a big-time shot. Philadelphia's got a hold of the puck now. Battling for it along the boards. The Ducks get a hold of the puck. Philadelphia's got possession here in the offensive zone. Answered the call there. Anaheim's moving it along the wing. The Flyers gain control of the puck against the wall. Philadelphia's got it in their own zone. And down he goes as the puck goes free. Puts it in deep. The Flyers gain control of the puck. Moves it quickly over to Grundstrom. Grabs the puck. Here's a shot. Denies him on the slapper. Here he is from the slot. And does it again.
As a goaltender, you have to be able to read and anticipate the play. He does it perfectly and is able to negate the shot.
Grabbed along the boards by Granlund. Oh, a clutch save.
Vladar's in such great position. He's able to redirect that puck to safety right to the corner.
Moves it around along the half wall. Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here. There's a hit right there. With possession along the wall. Takes a shot. Oh, great save by Dostal. Feeds the puck to Killorn. Went for the dirty dangle, and it goes sideways. Broken up at center by Poehling. Killorn's got it in the offensive zone. Here's a short pass to Ristolainen. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Quick shot. Comes up with the stop. Angles it over to Karlsson. Inside the offensive end now down the left. Poehling's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Let's see the call here. The Flyers are being called for tripping.
Well, when you're down a goal, you can't generate any offense if you're shorthanded. They're going to have to be opportunistic, find a way to kill it off, and then reset the momentum.
Anaheim's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight.
Well, everyone's fresh as they come out for their first power play of the game. They're going to have to find a way to really manipulate the defenders, move that puck around, but it will all start with winning the opening faceoff.
There it is! The power play goal in the back of the net.
We often spend so much time talking about the goal score and what a beautiful finish it was, but how about this time? It's all about the effort to get in and retrieve the puck. This is a battle, and it all starts with a great body check, some physicality and energy to his game to be able to retrieve and get possession of the puck.
The Ducks now lead it by a pair here early in this second period.
Well, they've been rewarded for their efforts to start this game. They've controlled the pace of play, and they've held the majority of the shots.
Quick pass to York. Along the half wall with the puck. And that caroms off a body in traffic. Across the line, down the left wall. Philadelphia is looking to break out of their own end. Slides it back to the blue line. Takes the puck at the point. Slop shot from the point! And he turned that aside as we continue play here.
Vladar's giving his team an opportunity to stay in the game. One save after another. He has been under siege. I mean, his save percentage says it all. They have to shore up their defense and stop chasing the game.
Philadelphia's gained possession. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Takes a shot. Shuts him down. Pinned up along the boards. Quick feed to Zellweger. Looking to set up offensively. Takes a shot. Turns him away. Pass to Glendening. And the puck's knocked loose. Scooped up along the wall by Granlund. Let's move to the middle. Takes a shot. Moves the puck. Along the right wall and into the offensive end. Avoids the defender. Whiffs on that. Picked up along the wall by Konechny. The Ducks are on the attack. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Passes out front. And that's stopped.
Vladar's last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point-blank chance that he's able to take away. Just very aggressive and assertive in his crease.
Past the midway mark in this period, the Ducks lead this one 2-0. Couturier's won the faceoff. Sends a pass in front. Great defensive play to pick off the pass. Cuts to the front. Glove save.
Goaltender spends so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this puck is coming from, and he makes the save.
The Ducks continue to lead in the second. They have been the busier team in the shot department, and as a result, they lead. Granlund's won it in their own end. Trouba's moving the puck through his own zone. The Flyers have it now. Moves it to Sanheim. Down the left wing across into the offensive end. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves.
Well, he's showing off his skill set, trying to make a silky move around the defender, but he gets denied.
The Flyers take possession in the defensive end. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. Trouba's got a hold of the puck behind the net. Can't maintain possession after that hit. The Flyers scoop it up along the boards. Philadelphia's got it in their own zone. Anaheim's got the puck now. From his own end, he moves it up ahead.
Great vision to see that stretch pass.
Oh, what a save!
That doesn't swing momentum in your favor. I don't know what will, James. That's a last-ditch effort to make a play. What a beautiful save.
The Ducks carry it along the wall. Philadelphia's got control of the puck.
Vladar's last save is one that's going to be remembered for a while, James. It's going to be on the highlight reel. It's on one of mine now. I mean, he stole one there. It was all but in, and that desperation and compete level, it makes the save.
Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. Makes a move in front. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his... And they score!
Well, they score on the delayed penalty, James, so that's going to negate their power play, but looks like they didn't need it. I love these types of goals, James, because you're driving the net without the puck. It is hard to get players to go to the net when they do not have it. He's going to get rewarded as a result on the secondary opportunity.
Anaheim's got to be feeling good about their game tonight. I mean, they've just moved the puck around so effectively.
Yeah, they've gotten in the offensive zone because of their speed through the neutral zone. They've gotten good entries, and then their puck possession in the offensive zone. I mean, it's been so difficult to take it away. It's been a string on their stick. They've been evasive, they've been elusive, and they've driven the net when they should have.
And we're still only in period number 2. Makes his presence known on the ice. And now he angles it across to Poehling. Slides by the check. Campbell's on the poke check, and it pays off. Down the right wing and into the offensive zone. Delayed penalty coming up here by the official. Dishes it off. Rocks him on the play. And here comes the knight in shining armor.
Well, this has been a heated game all the way around, and you're looking down, you see that one of your players is injured, you have to defend them.
Cheryl, I kind of like the response here, just coming to the aid of a fallen teammate.
Well, yeah, and it's the way that it happened, right? They don't think it was a clean hit, and so now all of a sudden they want retribution. They want to let them know that they can't take action this way, and, they duked it out.
The power play unit goes right back to work. Granlund's won it off the faceoff. Looking to clear the defensive zone. And the puck clears the zone.
That's why you want players with active sticks on your PK, James. They can close quickly and they can corral the puck and just fire it down the ice.
Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Feeds it to Konechny. Smart heads up play to intercept the pass. The Flyers get a hold of the puck along the boards. Here they come. Slides the puck over. Dostal's opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. Still some precious time left on this power play as they get set to drop the puck. Good job tangling up his opponent here. Turned aside with the glove by Dostal.
Reaction time is everything when you're a goaltender, and that's why you see from a young age them working on all of those different drills to help them with these kinds of saves. Just flash the leather and make the save. What a glove hand.
Poehling's won the draw in his own end. Now let's see if they can clear it. And they get the puck out. Both sides mixed up for that battle for the puck along the wall. Philadelphia's got the puck along the boards. Sends it over to Drysdale. The Ducks have possession shorthanded. Moves it quickly over to Poehling. Throws it in. The Flyers gain possession. And he moves it up to Glendening.
McTavish's penalty is almost expired.
The Flyers come up empty-handed on the power play. We're back to even strength here.
Body language says it all, James. Have a look at the unit here. Every single one of them deflated. They know that they needed to score, and this is the expectation of the power play, and they go back to the bench with their heads facing their skates.
Slides the puck to Gudas. Gains the zone on the left wing. The Flyers gain possession in their own end. Dumps it in. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Approaching the final 60 seconds here in the second. And he serves it across to Killorn. Anaheim's got a hold of the puck. Gaining momentum along the wing. Whacks it into the offensive zone. Takes the feed moving in. Gains the zone through center. Oh, look at the pass. Scores! And they beat the buzzer and get one late here in the period.
They always say, James, that to start a period and to finish periods are critical times, and they get one here. They go to the dressing room with a lot of momentum. I don't think that he's going to like that this went in here, James. I mean, it's a one-on-one battle. He's fighting for position to find that puck, and you got to have will. You got to go up and down, do what you got to find the puck and make the save.
Philadelphia suddenly made a lot of people sit up here in these stands as they've made it a 2-goal game now.
Well, it's a game now, and everyone's standing because they know they're back in it. Just a 2-goal deficit. One more, and they're within striking distance.
Anaheim's got the puck inside the defensive zone. A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Been a fun night in the barn as we bring an end to period number 2, and there's still 20 more minutes of action to go here in regulation. Third period. Don't go anywhere.
Willemins Recycling is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Willemins Recycling recycles enough paper to save more than 41 million trees. If you'd like to know more about their services, check out the website.
when this match will finish.
Barkey's going to be out for the remainder of the game here, James, and that's tough news to hear. I mean, earlier in this game, he was injured, but the likelihood of him returning is nil now.
And he's such a critical piece, both within the room and on the ice. Hopefully he'll be okay, and this is just short term. Puck picked up by Konechny. Anaheim's gained possession along the boards. Puck grabbed by Carlson. And now he moves it to Seneca. Philadelphia's got the puck. The Flyers will play it from the defensive zone. Picked off by Lacombe. From the left side, takes it at center. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. And we've got an offside with a face-off looming.
Stahl's been fantastic in this game. It's the timely big save, and he's a real difference maker, not just between the pipes, but also the message it sends to the entire team. Just a calm, right? Anytime you're defending, you find a way to make that save, and now all of a sudden you're moving the puck north. I think you play differently when you have a guy in the net who's making those kind of saves.
We're still in the early stages of this period. Anaheim's got a 3-1 lead as they have dominated for the most part in this. That's a good heads-up play at center ice. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Feeds it over. What a steal in his own end. The Flyers move the puck in the defensive zone. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. Shot! Oh, what a save on the slapper! Sends it to the middle, and he shuts down a great scoring chance there.
Oh, that's an absolutely massive hit, James. These are the types of hits that can change the landscape of the game. The power of the legs right through the body. Lack of awareness there on the puck carrier.
Officials have got both teams ready, and it looks like play is set to resume here. The Ducks win the defensive zone faceoff. Takes the feed. Philadelphia's got a hold of it along the wall. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Oh, and a good heads-up defensive play. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one.
Well, you know he's got the skill set to be able to maintain possession of this puck, but how about the determination to have his eyes on the prize the whole time and to get out of the coverage to be able to get a shot on net? That's courage, and that certainly is a will to take it to the net.
Shot! Way too much congestion blocks that. Here's a short pass to Michkov. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Comes up with the stop. Coughs up possession of the puck. Right on the doorstep. Oh, and he just puts it wide of the net. Tries to feed it over to Grundstrom. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Passed up ahead. And the puck skips away after that move.
Paling's close to finding a hole there, and just an extra move. Thought he had a little more time. And
Oh, how did that stay out? Wow!
I have no idea, James. Not even sure how he got to that puck. I mean, that's a last-ditch effort. That is fierce competitor written all over him to be able to make that save. I don't think anyone minds watching that one again, James. I mean, he's so dialed in his crease. You think this is all but in, and then he comes out of nowhere to make that spectacular save. He never gives up, and he finds a way to get to it.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Anaheim's got a 3-1 lead. Couturier's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Look at that hit. Maybe try to wear down the opponents here. Philadelphia's got control of it now from their own end. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Quick pass to Glendening. Handles the pass. The Flyers played along the boards. Moves it in front. And he denies that great opportunity there. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. Works it across to Granlund. Takes the feed. Here's a chance. The lane was plugged up and that shot's blocked. Puck is frozen and we get a stoppage in play.
Veal's been on it all night, and as you can see here, the grade A chances just piled up, and finally he broke through here, James. He didn't get frustrated. What I loved about it was he continued to get to the right spots. If you're getting good looks, at some point, it's eventually going to go in.
Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. And there's a little boost from off the wing as the centers were tied up there. Here they are on the attack. Unloads from the blue line. Scoops up the puck and he's in on a breakaway. Scores! Puts it in the back of the net, and that's how you light the lamp.
He lights the lamp as he buries that one, James. But he knows he has confidence, and he shows just that in that battle. Execution, that's how you do it. What a counterattack and brilliant speed to get on his horse and get in on the breakaway, James. And that momentum, it carries right through on his shot, and he puts it home.
Anaheim's performance tonight still showing no signs of let-up here in this third period.
Well, they've had such an impressive performance, James. It's been dominant in all areas of the ice, and there's been no lag or no let-up. The message has been clear by the coaching staff as well as everyone on the bench. Keep pushing.
Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Vladar! Shot denied by Dostal! McTavish is lugging the puck. The Ducks take it across the line. To the front! Wicked stop by the goaltender.
Vladar's dialed in and outstanding at anticipating the play here, James. He recognizes exactly where the greatest threat is on the ice, and it's a slot area. He gets to position and makes the save.
On the attack along the boards. From point blank. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
This is a dialed-in goaltender. Very aware, knows where the shooter is in that low slot, and makes the save.
The Ducks are in the home stretch of this one here in the third period and lead by a wide margin. Looks to set up at the point now. Denies him with the save. And he puts it into his own net.
Well, you don't see that very often when you shoot it into your own net trying to clear the puck. That's ugly.
Anaheim's been running away with this one since the beginning of the game, and no signs of slowing down in the third.
It's been a productive night, and this is one of those games that gives everyone confidence, and this is important through your lineup as everyone gets it, as they feel like they're contributing.
And a great save! Philadelphia's got the puck along the wall. He looks deep to tip it. Drives to the paint! And he opts to wait for more support. Seneca's gaining momentum. From the point, they take control of it. Sends a pass over. Here they come on the rush. The Ducks have it from their own end. Picked up along the boards by Minchikov. Granlund's tripped up and the official's hand is in the air signaling penalty. Here comes the official's call. Ristolainen's called for tripping. He's off to the box.
I just had a gander at the bench and the energy and the body language. I mean, they're defeated, James, and now they have to kill off another penalty, down a bunch of goals. It's a tough one. Well, with earlier success on the power play, I think they'll operate in the same fashion, James, in that 1-3-1 setup where they look to work through the flanks because you know they've got some lethal shooters on this team.
Quick feed to Drysdale. He carries the puck up along the wing. He got all of that one. The Ducks are across the line and into the offensive end. Oh, read it perfectly. What a save.
Vetranos back on the ice after serving that 5-minute major for fighting, and it's certainly appreciated to have a physical element to your game. You know his teammates certainly appreciate it, but man, you got to find a way to generate offense, and the only way you can is when you're on the ice.
He says, let's get physical on that play, and they'll dump it in. Carlson's got the puck in his own zone. Anaheim's got it along the wall. Tried to make a move, and the puck hops away.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his space away, and it goes the other way. James, these are real difficult games to play in, and it's real difficult to maintain emotional control when you're getting blown out in a game, and I think this hit is really just a product of frustration.
Dvorak's recognizing they're still shorthanded here as they get ready for the face-off. Carlson's won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Here's a backhand. Scores! And there's another power play goal. Wow.
Well, practice makes perfect, and you know that they've been working on this in practice. They've got the right personnel. The coaching staff has showed them video of how they want it executed, and they deliver tonight. You can see it in the goaltender's body language. He isn't happy with that. He thought he was in good position, square to the puck. Unfortunately, got it, but not all of it.
And they're going to mix it up between the pipes here.
Just a tough night all the way around for the entire team, and he was the scapegoat on that one, but he's going to get out of the net.
The Ducks continue to attack the net here in period number 3, adding yet another goal to their score.
Well, it's been all areas of the game that have really been terrific tonight, James. I've also enjoyed the communication that we're seeing on the ice, not just the body language, but also the vocalness. I mean, they're creating all over the ice, and it's been real fun to watch.
Moves it to Granlund. Philadelphia's got a hold of the puck now. Here's a shot. Textbook stop by Dostal.
Rebound control is critical in the game of hockey, putting it to the corner, and now the offensive player has to hound the puck.
Anaheim's put in a total team effort here this evening, and they lead it comfortably in the third. Philadelphia's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Great read by Sanheim. Oh, and he comes up with a big stop there. Shuts him down. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Puts it on net. There's a firm collision. Moves it to the middle. And that goes off a stick. Feeds the puck to Sanheim. Receives the pass. Look out. Here they come on the attack. And sends it just out of reach. Takes a shot. Nothing doing. Anaheim's got it from behind the net. Moves it quickly over to Zellweger. And that's broken up by Sanheim. And that's intercepted. Kreider's been brought down, and we're going to get a penalty here. Let's see what the officials say. The Flyers are going to be shorthanded, tripping the call.
Well, he takes another penalty, and now his team is compromised yet again. I expect he won't see the ice much more, James.
Anaheim's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
Well, the power play's been on point tonight. Already scored a goal. Another opportunity now. And it's about the motion. I really like the way that they're moving the coverage. They're opening up the middle of the ice, and they're attacking the net.
Slides the puck across to Juleson. Intercepted in the offensive end by Lacombe. The Ducks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Slides it to Vetrano. Nice zone entry from the middle. Cutting to the front of the net with the stop. More time off the clock as they grab the puck. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Here's a short pass to Vetrano. Fires it on net. Oh, gets a blocker on it to turn it away. The Flyers will kill off a few extra seconds now. Steps across the blue line. Tippett's going to play it from the back of the cage. Philadelphia's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Quick pass to Dvorak. The Flyers scoop it up along the boards. And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. Loses his balance on the play. Huge steal in his own end.
I get when you're losing, James, that you want to get something going. You want to spark your team. You have the puck on your stick, but sometimes you can try and do too much, and I think that's a product of that as he loses the puck.
Tippett stick handling in his own zone.
Yeah, they're handedly winning in this one, James, and they didn't execute on the power play, but there's a bunch of athletes on that team that want that job, and it's about executing to the best of their ability. You know they wanted it.
Quick feed to Lacombe. Makes the save. Battling for it along the boards. Philadelphia's got possession of the puck. Great defensive stick work on the play. Slides it diagonally to Sanheim. The Flyers gain the zone. Shot, and he catches that one with the glove. Dostal's got it, and I think there's a little strategy involved as he opts for the whistle.
Well, yeah, I think he needs a rest, but it's also about game management. Listen, the only reason why they're winning this game is because he has been electric and dynamic between the pipes.
Cates has got possession. Let's see what they can do with it now. Here's a shot, and that caroms right off the mask. Takes that pass back at the point. Puts it on net, and he gets just enough of it to keep it out from the back of the net. Anaheim's got the puck in the defensive end. Grabbed in the open ice by Viel. The Flyers gain possession along the wall. Anaheim's got it now. And they continue to fight for that puck along the wall. Huge stop by Ersson. Sanheim's got the puck along the wing. Moves it to Michkov. This one-sided affair finally nearing the end. Dumps the puck in.
Anaheim's leading in this game in large part because of their fourth line, and I like the adjustment the coaches are making. They're recognizing it and giving them some more time.
The Ducks wanted to focus on putting more pucks on net going into tonight's game. They have done just that and then some here in the third. Carlson's won the draw, and they'll look to set up. Stops him cold. Completes the pass, but all sorts of pressure here. Covers it up, and we'll get a stoppage in play. Anaheim's been on a roll offensively tonight. Lots of chances, and they lead it late in this third. Couturier's won a big draw in their own end. Big time stop there. Takes a shot. Denies him with a pad save. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the faceoff. Carlson's won the faceoff here in the offensive zone. And the defenders come up with the puck. Gains the zone through the middle. Slides it across. And as the final seconds tick away, listen to this place recognize a hard-earned victory. Fires it. That's all she wrote from this one tonight. The Ducks really had their feet moving tonight. They drew a lot of penalties, and they made the most of them with those special teams.
Yeah, they created the opportunities. You said it exactly, James. They kept their feet moving and drew the penalties, and then they were able to capitalize because of the motion they created in the offensive zone. They were able to get in, and they got pucks to net.
Well, on behalf of Cheryl Pounder, my broadcast partner, my name is James Cebulski. Thank you so much for joining us. A fun night of hockey tonight, and we look forward to bringing you more action soon. See ya.